Good day, lovely people. It's the trauma healing program of the Bible Society of Ghana. It's Broken, Healed, Restored. You are welcome to today's session. Today, we will be talking about what is the wound of the heart. What is the wound of the heart? Have you ever been wounded before? What did it look like? Is it a broken heart? What exactly is wound of the heart? We'll be discussing it, and we'll discuss how can I solve that? What are the things that I can do to ensure that some way, somehow, I get healed from the wounds of the heart? My name is Philomena from the Bible Society of Ghana, and when we come back from the break, I'll be introducing my guest. Stick and stay. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us today. Like I said earlier, we will be discussing what is the wound of the heart. And with me to do that, for my immediate right, is Mr. Arnold Minta, who is a chaplain at the LifeNet International and also a psychiatry nurse. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Also with us is Lady Justina Owuejui, who is a clinical counseling psychologist. You're welcome, Lady Justina.
Thank you.
So, wound of the heart, that's what we'll be discussing today. But before we do the discussion, we will listen to the story of the day, and then we'll come back to the discussion.
The story of John. John and his wife Mary lived in a small village. They had 2 children living at home, and one son named Samuel, who was in the nearby town working as a teacher. One night, some soldiers invaded the village and set fire to the houses. John, Mary, and their children ran out of their house as the roof caught fire. 2 soldiers grabbed John, though Mary and the children managed to run away. As they ran, Mary looked behind and screamed as she saw a soldier cutting off John's arm with a machete. Not long after, they heard some trucks arriving, and the soldiers got into them and left the village. Mary ran back to John and was able to stop the bleeding from the stump of his arm. They went to the local hospital where the wound was treated and stitched. After a little while, John's wound healed. John began to learn farm with only one arm. Although he did his best, he was angry with everyone. He started beating his wife and children and quarreling with the neighbors. John's friends never talked about his missing arm. They just pretended nothing had happened. For John, his whole life had changed, and he could not pretend that nothing had happened. John believed that men should not talk about their problems, and so he kept his feelings inside. Mary was not angry with people, but she felt sad inside. She was not interested in eating very much and often wanted to die. Sometimes when she was alone in the house, she became very frightened for no particular reason. Both she and John had trouble sleeping and often had nightmares. One day, she began telling a friend from church how miserable and frightened she felt. But her friend told her, "Oh, Mary, Christians should not have those kind of feelings." This made Mary feel ashamed of her feelings, so she never tried to talk to anyone about how she felt. When Samuel heard the news of the rebel attack, he was horrified. He had been a very good teacher up to this point, but now he started to lose interest in his job. At night, he drank a lot with his friends and was often late arriving at school in the morning. Samuel often had headaches and stomach aches, but the clinic could not find anything wrong with him. John, Mary, and Samuel were all Christians and went to church regularly. Every Sunday, the pastor told them what God wanted them to do. Make sure you give money to the church. Come and work on my farm to serve the church. The pastor noticed that some people in his church had changed their behavior for the worse since the troubles, and he thought the solution was to preach more about how God was angry with them for not obeying his laws.
Oops. John Imba. That's an interesting story. Very, very interesting. So, all of these issues happen to just one individual.
One family.
One family, actually.
Yes.
One family. And the question that I'm asking myself, besides the loss of John's arm, what other things did he lose as a result of the tragic occurrence?
Okay. I believe one main thing that John has lost is his masculinity.
Okay.
Because to be a man and to lose one arm, he's not able to work, and so how does he then fend for his family? And so I believe John might be thinking, am I now, once I'm no more the breadwinner, what's going to happen? Is it my wife who's going to go out and be doing all the hustling and bustling to take care of the family? And so I believe in that regard he has lost his masculinity.
Okay.
Yes.
Any
And then I also see him losing his self-image.
Okay.
Which masculinity is part,
actually.
But the father he is no more. He doesn't see himself as that capable father. And in this, he lost his peace of mind.
Absolutely.
And then the family, the connection. Now he's looking at, I don't look the same. Does my children accept me as I am? So because of that, let me find my own space. And that joy, connectedness that they used to have as a family is no more, because he prefers sharing his own time. Unlike previously, he's with the family, jumping here and there. Now he wants to be alone. So that brings adjustment issue. It means that every member in the family will also suffer this loss.
In fact, that's why I was going to ask you, what do you think the wife, Mary, what has she also lost as a result of all of these things?
Mary has lost the husband.
Wow.
The lovely husband she used to have is no more, because now he is angry with himself, and that anger reflects, we are who we think, who we feel, and it influences how we think. So the moment he's thinking, I'm no more a man enough, it affects every other thing, and communication is broken.
Because he's now secluded in himself.
He's no more interested in issues that he will normally participate, because I am not enough to partake. And then stigma. And once John is stigmatizing himself, the family also benefit, because he's looking at, I don't fit in. They don't fit in. I don't belong. They don't belong. And that goes back and forth. So they are losing the family they are, the interconnectedness that has put them bonded and kept them as a family is being lost. So these are some of the, and then the self-image. Mary also suffers the self-image because, in our society, that woman whose husband, that becomes the description.
We easily describe people with the situation that they find themselves. And we actually started when, like mothers would give birth. And so we'll call them Kofi Mame, Sama. Those are the
events.
Exactly. And the events that has happened to you. Even when you see a pregnant woman, instead of calling the person's name, you will call her. That's how.
And it worsens the situation.
It does. It does. Because sometimes you think you're joking with something, but those are the pain points of other people who are going through it. And as we're discussing, this is their son. He wasn't in the house.
No.
And yet, somehow, this has affected his life.
Very much so. Just like Lady Justina was saying, once it affects the man of the house, it trickles down to the entire family. So you can see that now Samuel himself is now taken to drinking, I've even lost interest in the work.
In the work he's doing.
There's no interest, because once there's no hope and confidence from home, that support system is no more at home. It trickles down to him, because he's looking at his parents, and the trauma that the parents have gone through, especially the father, just the thought of it alone will even leave him devastated.
Yeah, and he's also traumatized.
He is.
I'll put him at the secondary trauma.
Yes.
So here, and then it also builds fear and anxiety. Now, can my parents support me as they used to? Can I even go home and ask for my needs?
What am I even going to give to my parents now? Because the man of the house, the provider, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's not gone as in passed on.
That part of him is gone.
It's affected.
And it will take some time and some process to, adjust well and then move on.
Yeah. People have gone through different situations. John's own is his arm. But what are some of the situations that will put people in a place where they feel like, I am all alone, I don't need any other person, I'm dejected, I don't need to speak to anybody? What are some of the situations that people will find?
So physically, we can look at natural and then artificial disasters, where people lose their livelihood, which is very common in our part of the world. People have vast land of farms. Sometimes daddies would tell their children, when I harvest my maize, when I harvest my yam, I'll buy this. And every child believes in the father. Then one rain hits and everything is gone.
Everything is gone.
That alone can put people in that point where they feel life has ended.
It has ended.
Nobody can help me. Others too lose their shelter. It might not be a mansion like others will look at. It might be a shade, but that is all that I have. And that is all that I live and enjoy life with. And it's no more. Others could lose their children or a child. Pregnancies. Money.
Others, when you mentioned the pregnancy, I'm like, people are really losing, like, suddenly they're pregnant, they're enjoying life, they are happy, and then out of the blue, it just vanishes. Something happens, obviously, and it goes, and you have to live with it. And how are people supposed to live with things like this?
What happens is that in life, anything is possible. Trauma isn't something that stay at a place that we can grab. They are events and situations. And the meanings and definitions that we give to events define itself trauma. So what does that loss mean to the pregnant woman? So somebody carries pregnancy, the first 4 weeks is gone. And somebody think that one is not a big deal. After all, it's not a full human being. But it means a lot to the holder. Because you don't know the energy, the effort, the resources put in getting to that point. So it's a loss.
It is.
Even if it is a day. So you confirm that you are pregnant, 24 hours, you lose it. It can be devastating for others. So what I'm trying to say is that don't trivialize people's issues. Because you think it's nothing does not mean it's nothing. So in the story, somebody lost an arm. And it's okay to say that the person can adjust because you can go for prosthetics and then can get artificial hands. Even we have robots we can employ to you. But to the person, the arm made the person feel a full human being.
That's right.
And now it's not there. So these things can, and then sometimes I'll comment. Sometimes we can manage with the loss, but some comments other people are making make you feel like you are the most stupid and useless person on earth.
We will come to the comments bit, but I just want us, we've been scratching the surfaces. What really is trauma? Maybe I know you can start for us. What is trauma? Because that's what we've been talking about. But let's give it a definition so that our audience can understand us better.
Okay, so when trauma in the lay term means an impact to a surface. So on my body, when I receive an impact, an external impact on the body, that might be trauma.
Okay.
But linking it to what we are discussing, there are times people have gone through issues that has had a toll on their emotions and their psychological states.
Okay.
And with that one, as much as you might not be seeing visible scars, their impacts that they've gone through, that shapes their life in certain ways.
Okay.
So from the psychological point of view, I would say that anything, any event, any situations that take away your threshold or that overwhelms you. So anything that is making or breaking your threshold. You know, every human being has a threshold.
Yes.
And once a situation makes that threshold irrelevant, you become overwhelmed psychologically, emotionally, and physically. It's trauma. So there's no specific situation or event. Each individual and how events they define and affect their body.
So in other words, if I have like 5,000 Ghana cedis and I lose it, and I come to tell you because maybe you are my friend, but I know that you have probably more than that, but I still come to you and tell you that, Charlie, this is what has happened to me. 5,000, I was holding it. It's just gone. And then you stand there and look at me and say,
just 5,000.
Just 5,000.
Which is very wrong.
I even lost 50,000 and I'm still smiling. So
I know, right?
This reminds me of a story of a lady I was talking to who was telling me about an issue that happened with another sister. And she was describing like, she doesn't know why this sister is behaving that way because she has gone through worse. I was like, no. The fact that you have gone through worse does not mean that you shouldn't allow the lady to express what
she's feeling. Yeah.
It's just like the 5,000 and 50,000 issue. The fact that you have lost much and you are still, it depends on your threshold.
That's right.
That person's threshold, that is the limit. And so once it breaks,
you don't know how they suffer to get that money.
I'm telling you.
You are even looking at 5,000 and 50,000. Let's look at 100 cedis and 20 cedis. Why are people fighting over 20 pesos to the extent that a life is lost? It tells you what it means to the person. And this is where we get it wrong. Life is not one side fit.
No.
Experience is not one side fit.
Absolutely.
So don't trivialize other people's issues or things that overwhelm them. Just understand that that is them. That is their level. That's their threshold. And it's allowed.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have been talking about wounds of the heart. We have been talking about what is trauma. Physical wound. We can see it, very visible. I just want us to discuss from the point of what we are seeing as physical. And for those things, it's easy for us to say those are traumatic experiences because somebody has lost their arm. It's easy. We can see it. Somebody has lost the leg. Somebody was involved in an accident. We can see the wounds on their body. When it comes to emotional trauma, what are we seeing?
If we are comparing, I would say that the wounds of the heart or emotional wounds are more deeper and hurting than that of physical. I'm not trivializing physical wounds.
Absolutely.
But one thing is, like you just said, with a physical wound, it is seen, so attention is on it. Even if you choose not to attend to it, you get somebody who will drag you.
Yes.
But the wounds of the heart, you know, we are raised to exchange pleasantries. How are you? You are fine. And people don't even look deeper and closer that your shirt, a button is torn. And this is not the philo I know. Philo power with a torn button. But they didn't look at that. They only heard you say you are fine, and it's enough.
That one, we are just, there's a term I use for it. We're just crossing the T's.
T's, and dotting the I's.
Exactly. I mean, I have to, I've met you, so I have to say something to you. I have to ask you. So in actual fact, I'm actually not waiting for your response. I already know you are going to tell me you are fine. And that's all I need to pass so that I can move on to the main conversation, the reason for which I saw you.
But the behind the I am fine,
that's right,
is my concern. And you can get this from our tone, our voice, the speed of our speech.
That's right.
You get it? And then the facial expression. Some people can keep up. They can really keep up such that they are giving you the fake smiles, except you are very close to them, that you know it's fake. But they are smiling, loving out there, and the next thing they are weeping, crying. You will not know. So I think it's hurting more than the physical. And again, things that bring heart wounds are gradual and normally prolonged issues, events. So let's go into the family. If your mother is hurting you, we have our coping mechanism to say that because she's my mother, because she's older than me, because you justify to a point where your threshold is broken. But then the wound has already, so if I compare this kind of wound to the physical, then you are losing that part of you
gradually.
So if you should go to the hospital, it's likely you're going to be amputated. That is the point where the heart wounds you come out. So you can see the damage in there. Now you define meanings, associations to justify that you feel that way. And it's more hurting because it doesn't just affect the heart. It drains energy.
That's right.
Because once you are thinking, energy is involved. Sometimes you already lost appetite because of what is happening. And you are growing lean because of what is happening. So before people will see all these things, you are wounded. You are bruised. You get it. You are at the point where you have to call ambulance to pick you.
That's right.
But because it's in the heart, it's not seen that way.
It is not seen. It is not seen. And yet that is the most painful and hurtful, as you have said. We'll go for a quick break, and when we return, we'll still be talking about wounds of the heart. You're welcome back. Our discussion has been on wounds of the heart. If I have a physical wound and it's easily visible, it can be seen. People can tell that this is what is happening. I am treating it or I'm not treating it. But if the wound is inside, how do I treat a wound that is infested with all manner of things? How do I treat it so that I can be well?
I believe, just like you said with a physical wound, definitely once you get a physical wound, if it's a road traffic accident, there might be some debris on it. So the first thing you get when you get to the health facility, they try to clean the wound off and take those debris out. I mean, the same thing with the wound of the heart, where you need to get trusted people, trusted, underlined, where you can be yourself to express yourself.
No judgment.
No judgment, because just like my sister said before we went for the break, some of these things, they are not visible, but you can see them in the person's mannerisms. So once you see 1, 2, 3 behaviors, you know, this person might be going through something. Are you open to share? Can you? I'm here. Let's talk. And oftentimes you see that now you become as if you are the one the person is blaming. Which is fine, because now you've given the person a window to vent out what is actually wrong with the person, and that is, I believe, one way you can treat those things, just taking out the debt. And now once the person has been able to vent out, now you can say, okay, now let's deal with the matter itself.
What I would want to add is that
while you're adding, I just wanted you to add this as well. If not treated, how would it look like?
Okay, all right. So let me add, and then I'll go to that one. If you notice that people are not themselves, and you want to treat their heart wounds, it's not easy
Okay.
for the person who is struggling to even accept or come to the realization that I need help. So it will take a prolonged encouragement.
Okay.
So you, the one who have gotten the opportunity to notice the change, shouldn't give up on the person. Even if you are being blamed, like he said, or you being fight, or just understand that it will take time for the person to come to realization. So don't get tired.
Okay.
And then if you are the person is not willing to speak with you, it's okay.
Yes.
But you can help the person identify a trusted. Like he said, emphasis is on trust. For me,
Capital
it's capital highlighted, bolding, trust. So you can help the person get somebody who can trust. We're talking about trust because we don't want judgment.
That's right.
That alone is killing. But allow the person to say it whichever way, whichever style they would want to say it.
Yeah. We listen, we don't judge.
You listen, you don't judge. Yours is to listen. In some way, just listening to them is halfway relieve them.
Absolutely.
And then the next question you asked was,
I'm asking, if not treated.
if not treated, I gave an example. Just like the physical one can lead to you losing your entire life or being amputated or losing part of you, it's the same way. And this one is very worse. If not treated, people can become suicidal, attempt suicide, or finalize it. People become hostile. They develop certain coping skills that makes them take risky behavior.
Okay.
Or become hostile to others. Or they withdrawn from social interaction or connection.
Like
Some can even lose appetite or eat more. So you see people going through difficulties and they are bloating.
Yeah.
Yes. Because they are
When
they
we
are
see
not
them, we say they are fine. Though.
yes, in that part of you are looking good.
Fine.
Yeah.
You are dying, and you know something is hurting the person, and the person is using, usually it's junk food, to replace, thinking that once I take in more, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
People lose their sleep. So looking at all that I'm talking about, if you lose your sleep, it affects other aspects of your health, like BP, obesity, and all those. So one single event, see how it's connecting. The sad part is the person lose relationships.
That's it.
The person isn't willing to connect any longer. Either the person is afraid, or the person is anxious, or the person do not believe in friendship again. And it doesn't matter who that friend is.
That's why we have people who can say, I don't trust anybody.
I don't trust anybody.
I don't trust anybody.
It's not because they can't trust. It's simply because of the impact.
Some even lose faith.
Exactly. Exactly.
So go a long way to blame their maker.
Yeah.
Because of one thing somebody has done.
And like you said, that one single event can affect the whole physical, emotional, psychological
social
of one individual. It's the same for the family. Like John.
Yes.
I mean, only one person
losing an arm.
It affected the entire family.
And it didn't just affect their physical presence, but
emotional,
the social,
mental, social, spiritual,
everything,
financial,
everything,
all the pillars of well-being.
Wow,
is affected, and even can affect the entire community. This civil wars that we experienced started from I don't like you, I dislike you. Your mother is this, your father is this. Then it grows.
It starts little.
Just like the fire in the refuse dump. As if it's burning, it's not burning.
Yeah.
Then overnight.
So, how do wounded people behave? How do they behave?
Some of them try to relive the experience over and over again.
Okay.
And what others try to do is that anytime they meet someone new, they try to share the story. Oh, do you know what has happened to me? This happened. And in fact, some might even forget themselves and tell that same person about 5 times. If you don't talk, oh yes, you've told me before, they'll repeat it.
Yeah.
And other than some also based on the nightmares and all those things they have, they always get those flashbacks.
Yeah.
So reliving the experience is one that I can speak of.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
As you're talking about somebody just telling you the same story
Over and over again.
Jesus, I knew somebody who, they will start the story. They will tell you, go and come back in a week, and they will still tell you the same. Even when you are telling them, oh, you told me, they won't pause and say, oh, okay, at least I know. No. You will have to listen to the entire thing over and over. Wow.
It's because they haven't gotten the help they need.
That's true.
And then in psychology, we have what we call free association.
Okay.
That makes them talk. Yeah, so they believe that once they talk, you're fine. Yeah. So what I wanted to add to the way they live is he mentioned nightmares.
Yeah.
They are almost always on alert, hyper arousal. Some of them also develop what we call antisocial behaviors.
Okay.
So they stick to drugs or behaviors that are hostile, fighting here and there, become quarrelsome. Some become rude, if we may say. You are talking to the person and the person is ignoring you. You don't blame the person, find out why. So all these things, if you are living with somebody and notice, children can be very rascal and sometimes become very active as a way of paying back.
Yeah.
Some can go far as destroying their body, thinking they are punishing whoever caused them the pain. So all these things as poor eating habit. People are eating any time they are eating, or they are not eating at all.
Yeah.
All these things are signs that they are going through or they've gone through such traumatic events.
Confidence.
They lose confidence. That's also a key. They lose their self-image, which affects their confidence. So this is very common with women. You see a woman suddenly changes the way they appear. They used to appear in style, and now anything goes. Don't just take it kindly. Something is going on. Or they don't even want to appear. They won't show up. They don't want to participate. They speak telling you that they don't have any self-worth any longer. Hey, as for me, how can I do this? Those things. You find most married women doing that, using their husbands and their kids as an excuse.
So, in other words,
there could be trauma somewhere. I'm just raising an argument here.
Some are also trying to avoid the incidents like that. Totally.
Okay.
And so, just like she said, some will because they don't want to remember those things, they draw themselves in other habits. Some into gambling, drinking, smoking, unfriendly people, just being hostile, just like you said. So some of these things, when you're able to notice them, that this is how the person, I know this person, this is how the person has now turned in a different way. That should give you an alert on how.
It means that we have to look close and know people around us. Not just she's my wife, she's my husband, she's my sister, your friends, your colleague. Know them in total, such that when you see changes, you can tell. Some even the men, they won't even keep their beard and their hair. Suddenly unkept, their beard something else. And the person comes to work, trim beard, well polished, and suddenly anything goes.
They are cleaning their shoe almost every hour. Suddenly all of those things are offended. Wow.
Or some could equally become the other way around, positive. Right. So they are cleaning every moment. They don't want anything to touch. This is not how the person used to be. But suddenly, even though it's good, but it's becoming extra or excess, you should think of what is happening.
Talking about the cleaning, every now and then, I went to a traumatic experience some time back. A close friend.
Okay.
A close friend. I don't know, for some strange reason, poisoning my food.
Okay.
So I got to find out that my food was being poisoned. So I kept on asking myself, why did this person do this? Because it was overwhelming for me.
Yeah.
This person is someone you come, I cook, we eat. So what made you do that? So just like you said, now the least my cup, I watch it. My bowl, I watch it. Even how I cover my food and all those things.
You take note.
I have to take note. No, I think the cover
I've been told it.
You don't take a picture of it.
You see, unfortunately, I've not gone to that extreme.
I pray that you can get there.
But just like so, you become cautious in certain things, and I try to avoid. I try to avoid keeping food. So, these are things you try to avoid because you've gone through
an experience. Yeah, we've gone through that experience. My question to us: what makes some of the wounds more serious? You know, I mean, there are some that we can easily see them happening, especially the ones that we have done as a result of choice, you know, and has brought us to where we are. But for some, we don't really have a hand in it. It just happened. What are some of them that makes it more serious?
I think the comments from others when you are going through those issues. You know, how people can just trivialize what you are going through or now tend to blame you. Especially if, let's say, a rape case.
Yeah.
If you have not worn that dress, why did you wear that small dress?
Why did you even pass
Why did you even pass there? You should have. You could. There was another option, a different route you could have used. So these are some of them. When now people begin to blame you, and others try to trivialize what you've been through because they think they might have gone through a worse situation.
That's right.
What I will add is the timing, the place that the event occurred, and then we have false teachings. False beliefs, and then over spiritualizing everything, and then also our exposure and experiences. So when you have gone through a past trauma, have a history of trauma, it makes it worse. If you haven't seen, you know, some people believe that what they don't know doesn't exist, but in natural fact is that it. So those people, things that others can easily navigate, they will struggle. So all these things come to, and then also our background. Some people have a family history, and then some people have predisposed. So those people will easily be traumatized, and it stays longer. And then we can look at other mental health conditions. So if somebody has suffered depression, anxiety, or any of them, personality disorders before, and then an event happen, it worsens it, it makes it difficult. And then definition, our perceptions. That's right. How we define the world around us makes it difficult, and then make it worse in the event of.
It's been an interesting discussion, and all too soon our time is up. We will revisit the story of the wounds of the heart because clearly we did not finish. And so come next week, we will continue from where we left off. We've been talking about wounds of the heart. What is it? How does it manifest? What are some of the signs that you can see that this individual or myself, I am going through this situation and I need to pay attention to it? We will continue next week. See you. Bye.